Set predominantly in 1976, Andrew Michael Hurley's novel Loney, 2014, follows the journey of two young men, Smith and his brother Hanny, who is unable to speak, as they travel from St. Jude's Church in London to the secluded coastal village of the Loney in Lancashire. Accompanying a group of religious pilgrims on their pilgrimage, they gradually uncover the hidden horrors lurking beneath the facade of faith. Upon their arrival in the enigmatic seaside town, they are met with suspicion by the local residents, who, deeply connected to the sea and steeped in mythical beliefs, are attuned to forces reminiscent of the ancient gods depicted in H.P. Lovecraft's writings. Hurley's novel explores the themes of fear and uncertainty intertwined with religious mythology. The story begins as Smith and Hanny embark on the pilgrimage to the Loney alongside a group of devout followers. The purpose of their journey is to visit a religious shrine in the stormy and isolated coastal region, with the hope of finding a cure for Hanny's muteness, which has also caused him learning difficulties. Smith narrates the story, reflecting on their childhood experiences as they were compelled to embrace the church by their mother and the belief that it would offer protection for Hanny. Presented as a retrospective narrative, Smith and Hanny are depicted as middle-aged individuals, one working in a museum, and the other serving as a preacher, at the time of the story's writing. The pilgrimage is organized by Father Bernard McGill from St. Jude's, who leads the group consisting of the two brothers, their parents, an elderly couple known as Mummer and Father, a recently deceased priest's personal aide named Ms. Bunce, her partner David, and Hanny, who is temporarily released from a care facility to join the journey. As they approach the Loney, their bus breaks down, catching the attention of two nearby farmers who come to their aid. Upon their arrival at moorings, the retreat house at the Loney, the church group encounters Clement, the caretaker. Smith inadvertently overhears a conversation between Mummer and Father regarding the pilgrimage schedule, setting the stage for what lies ahead. Upon returning to his room, Hanny startles Smith by aiming an unloaded rifle at him, setting a tense and unsettling tone for their time at the Loney. The relentless storms that sweep across the area confine the group indoors for several days. Within the group, tensions arise as Ms. Bunce and Mummer vie for the title of the most pious. Mummer criticizes Father Bernard, claiming he is inferior to his predecessor. Father stumbles upon a hidden room that once served as a nursery, hinting at the secrets the Loney holds. Meanwhile, Smith continues his habit of eavesdropping, gradually uncovering the peculiar behaviors and enigmatic histories of his fellow travelers. Mrs. Belderboss confesses to sedating her husband with sleeping pills to keep him calm. Mr. Belderboss recounts an encounter with a disoriented and unclothed woman near the grave of the previous father. The boys stumble upon a decaying mansion during their outdoor playtime and meet a girl inside, who surprises Hanny with a kiss. One day, a powerful gust of wind opens an old, previously locked outhouse in the backyard. Inside, they find a collection of taxidermied animals once owned by the previous owner. The following day, as they make their way to the church, they encounter locked doors that should have been open. Once inside, they discover that a statue of Jesus has been vandalized, heightening the sense of unease and mystery surrounding the Loney. Meanwhile, Mummer persists in attempting various rituals to heal Hanny's disability. On Easter, she resorts to a desperate act, forcing Hanny to drink contaminated holy water from the shrine's well. Hanny chokes on the tainted water, prompting Miss Bunce and others to leave the retreat in shock and disgust. Father uncovers the grim truth behind the secret room in the house. It was once a quarantine area where dying children were confined. One night, Hanny flees to meet Else, the girl from the mansion, and Smith follows in pursuit. However, they are intercepted by a group of men from the village who reveal their own past afflictions and claim to have been cured through dark magic. In a struggle, Hanny is shot in the thigh, and the men forcibly bring the boys into the mansion. Downstairs, a ritual takes place where Hanny's injury appears to be transferred to Elsa's baby, seemingly healing him in the process. In the novel's climactic ending, Hanny's muteness miraculously disappears, prompting the other members of the pilgrimage to rejoice and offer gratitude to their deity. Smith takes the opportunity to confide in Father Bernard, revealing that he had read the late father's diary. Within its pages, he discovered an incident that occurred 3 years prior, where the father witnessed a boy drowning and subsequently lost his faith in God. Furthermore, Smith discloses a shocking revelation. It was Hanny, not Clement, one of the believers in dark magic, who was responsible for the death of Elsa's baby. Smith admits that he had altered the narrative to protect Hanny if anyone were to read it. Although Hanny begins to recall the events of their time at the Loney, he remains unaware of his own role in the baby's murder. The Loney ultimately exposes the hidden horrors that unfold beneath the surface of a religious pilgrimage, suggesting that chaos, dysfunction, and fear can pervade even the most devout organized religion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.